Hello and welcome to YouTube's answer to Address Crab. This is the Listen Learn podcast and you are welcome. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Are we all
Morning,
well?
afternoon, or whatever it is from where you are listening from.
Do you know the other day you were talking about this Love Rock thing?
This what, sorry?
Love Rock with Cher?
Yeah.
We all saw Cher doing Elvis impression.
Yeah.
It was from Beacon Theatre and it was raising money for charity.
Yeah, didn't she do Walking in Memphis or
Walking in
something
Memphis?
Like that? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They have all these acts on. There were loads of people there. Peter Frampton. Oh, there were loads. And what the story is, what you have to do is you do one cover
Right.
and two of your own. They all
Right.
get 3 numbers. So that people come on and do. Like Peter Frampton did While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
And then you do wow, 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 wow.
And then he does 2 of his own.
Yeah.
And they have a house band here. And it's a celebrity house band. And they're all excellent musicians. But Cher decided, no, that's not for her.
Really?
She did her 3 songs with dancing girls and big screens and her own band.
Oh, it's Cher.
It's Cher.
Cher, she can do what she wants.
Cher. She does do what she
What are
wants.
you going to do? Say no? Sorry, Cher. No.
No, you can't do that, Cher. Play the game. It's all for charity. Charity.
Charity.
Grace Bowers was there.
Oh, right, yeah.
They wanted a guitarist to play with Peter Frampton, and she was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got strange images of that.
No, don't. She was... Moving on.
Yeah.
No, it was very good, actually. I watched it.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I just saw the footage that the article had put on a Cher dressed up as Elvis.
Yeah, if you look for some other stuff, there was Peter Frampton. I keep saying Peter Frampton. Why don't I just look?
Was
it up?
Peter Frampton there?
He was.
Ah.
No, I think
Malcolm MacDonald was there as
I
well.
think you were late.
One of our favourites.
Malcolm MacDonald?
Yeah. Alicia Keys, Beck, Kate Hudson, Mavis
Beck?
Staples.
What, as in Beckham?
No.
Oh.
There was Walking in Memphis, 1995.
We've done
We
this.
said 91, didn't we?
I
Well,
can't
anyway.
remember. Anyway.
Don't know.
The Beacon Theatre. Malcolm MacDonald. I don't think we've seen enough of Malcolm MacDonald. One of my favourite vocalists of all time.
Yeah.
If you had to pick a vocalist, who would you pick?
Well,
I'm not saying your favourite.
Well, I
To
recently
do-
found out that he shares my birthday. So,
Really?
yeah.
What is this vocalist
Don't have to be your favourite. He's just a vocalist within a band. Just a vocalist that you think, well, I really like that kid. He's not my favourite, but I really like that kid.
Ray Buchanan, Rival Sons. I think
Yeah.
he's got a great voice. Brilliant voice.
Yes.
Very modern day, if there's a thing modern day, but it's very modern day.
It's
Very, yeah,
It's your classic rock voice,
yeah,
but it's done in a contemporary way.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I like Jay. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, brilliant. I like it.
Miles
Miles Kennedy.
Kennedy is another one
He's
of my
another good
favourites. It's all right. There's a lot though, isn't there, really? When
Yeah.
you start digging amongst the debris, there's a lot of really good singers.
There's a kid called something Newman. I can't remember what you call him now. He's got a very good soulful voice. I'm going to have to Google him. Aside from that, for some reason, is it Rob Thomas
Here we go.
Yeah.
Phone break.
from Smooth?
Match
Matchbox 20? He did a song Smooth. I always thought he was going to do something, but he never did.
No.
Good story.
Good chat.
Well, while you're searching it, can I just tell you that this week that Roger Daltrey from The Who,
Is that where he's from?
yes, he is. He's sang with them once or twice. He has announced while playing at the Royal Albert Hall
John Newman.
that he's going blind.
He's going blind.
He's going blind. Yeah,
Oh, he announced that at the Royal Albert Hall.
yeah apparently this week.
He's already got hearing
It's
problems.
either
hasn't
this
he?
week or last week.
He's already
He
got
says-
hearing problems.
Yeah, he says if he loses his voice, he will turn into a modern day Tommy.
Yeah, deaf, dumb, blind kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've all
yeah.
got hearing problems because that's the nature of the beast, isn't it?
Elton John's
but,
partially blind, yeah.
but he doesn't wear glasses, does he? Has he got actually?
Not on
Roger
stage.
Daltrey.
He never wears them on stage.
Well, so therefore,
Why not?
fine.
There's might have
why
contact
not?
lenses in. Contacts.
No. I have to find that strange. If there's a certain amount of
What artists do wear glasses on stage?
Elton. Stevie Wonder.
tricky. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Elvis Costello.
Elvis Costello.
Yeah. They wear glasses because they need to.
Dame Edna Everage.
Dead.
That's always a winner.
Buddy Holly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Made a feature out of them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Became famous for wearing glasses.
Didn't George Michael wear them
He did.
sometimes
He
as
did.
well, didn't he?
Not on stage, though.
Bono.
Or did he? Well, Bono,
Yeah.
he wears glasses and there's prescription glasses.
Yeah, because something to do with like.
Yeah, they just...
Joe Bonamassa, he always wears sun.
Sorry if you found a notice in volume height there.
But he doesn't need them.
No, but he wears them for the glare off the lights.
Oh, he said himself, I just wear them so I can hide behind them.
Yeah, because it glare off at lights.
John Lennon.
But he was blind as bat.
And he only started to wear them when he was older.
Yeah, he often said that if they made him stop wearing them at the beginning of the Beatles because they said, no, you don't want to wear glasses. We don't want to be wearing. So he couldn't wear his glasses.
Broomy.
But later on, when he had enough power to be able to say, look, I'm doing what I want, he started wearing his own glasses. That's where you get these round glasses from. Because when he used to be on stage, he didn't know how close Paul McCartney were to him because he couldn't really see him. They were very short-sighted, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's glasses.
Anyway, that's glasses. That's glasses out it way.
Kanye West has dropped a new song.
Yes, he has, hasn't he?
He's dropped a new song. It's featuring Puff Daddy, a.k.a. The Diddler.
The Diddler.
And it's got his daughter in it. Not Puff Daddy's daughter, Kanye's daughter. Northwest.
Yeah, that's where she's going.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Kim is not happy and she's taking him to court about it
Yeah.
because it's, Puff Daddy and her daughter.
Yeah.
But apparently the intro of the song starts with Puff Daddy, the Diddler, fiddler, extraordinaire, thanking Kanye for looking after his kids.
Well,
What's going on with that?
well, King did his on it as well, didn't he?
King did it. And Kanye also released a clothing line where it says Puff Daddy on a t-shirt. What's that about?
He loves the court controversy,
I know he's gone a bit...
Does he do it on purpose these days? Or is he just oblivious to everything else that's going on around him?
Is it that case where if enough people call me the devil, I'll start acting like it?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he knows that that's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. That's why he's done it.
But to bring your own child
But
into
what,
that, though.
but what on what grounds is Kim Kardashian taking him to court on?
It's to do with the daughter.
Yeah, I know, but what she's saying it's
Because
Her
he's
daughter with
associating
P.
her.
Diddy.
He's associating her daughter.
he's not convicted of anything. Yeah,
Well, but she might not want him in the limelight of a person.
might not, but
that-
what's
It'll
the
be on the
legal
old
requirement
case
of
of a schmuck without fire.
Yeah, I get it. We all understand it, but is there any legal grounds?
Well, it might not be legal. The legal grounds is
There has to be legal grounds to bring a suit.
Well, she might not. Well, yeah, but it might just be a case of I'm a mother and I don't want my daughter around him.
on a music video.
End of. And
She's
You
only about
either-
12, isn't she?
Something like that,
yeah, she's only
It could be that
she's only
not
a young girl.
She's not signed it off.
Yeah.
Not got permission. Yeah, I get it. I
Yeah.
understand it. I'm just
Yeah.
questioning the legality of it.
Yeah.
So, Ricky Gervais, back in the
Slap in the face.
Ricky Gervais, slap in the face. Ricky Gervais once earned extraordinary gay points in an interview with some gay magazine, Attitude magazine, right?
Right.
But don't worry, this is a link to music.
Good.
So, and the reason why he won these points is because he was interviewed by them, and there was like a checklist of like things he's got in his fridge, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
And anything. Anyway,
That gives it away, does it?
well, let me just backtrack. The night before, he was presenting an award.
Be careful what's in your fridge. 3 or 4.
I didn't want to stop him while I was talking.
So just distract me with nonsense. So
It's no time to play hang.
no. So he brought his.
He's got you.
Why would you draw your own genitals and show them in mid fact?
Well, I didn't draw all of them because it's only an A4.
It's A5.
Oh, is it?
So
that's why then I need 2 A4s.
the
A5s.
night before, he was presenting an award for Man of the Year
Right.
at GQ Awards, and it was an award given to George Michael. And George Michael apparently asked for Ricky Gervais to give him this award, so that's why he
Okay.
turned up. And it was the first time I met him. And after he gave him this award, they went backstage and they were given a goodie bag. And in this goodie bag were all sorts of stuff. And part of it was this like magnum of champagne.
Ooh.
And George goes, "Oh, you take this. I don't like champagne." And Ricky Gervais at like, the Office era is like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to take it." Puts it in his fridge, does this interview with Attitude magazine, and apparently you get like points. So what's in your fridge?
Oh, a magnum of champagne
And
given to me by George Michael.
Apparently a homosexual thing. You get gay points if you've got champagne in your fridge.
Oh,
And he says, not
yeah.
only have I got champagne in my fridge, but champagne given to me from George Michael. And he got super gay points.
Super gay points. It's a gay icon then, is
There
it?
we go.
Well,
Well, he's very confused.
yeah. You
Yeah.
could be a gay icon yourself, Wayne.
Really?
There's every chance. Well, we do have a big gay following.
Well, it's understandable.
Matron.
So a Beatles demo tape, which was their audition to Decca Records in 1962, and by the way, they didn't sign them.
No, they didn't. They passed on.
Yeah, has been discovered in Neptune Record Shop in Vancouver.
Really?
But they didn't realise it was the actual audition tape until they played it because they thought it was a bootleg copy of a
You would, wouldn't you?
Beatles track.
Is it an acetate or is it's like it's on tape?
It just said a demo tape of the audition
Right.
that got played to Decca Records.
Yeah, we're not talking to C90 here. I don't think we're talking like
No,
a
big
1 inch
Yeah,
tape. Yeah.
yeah. Which I thought, well, all right. I wonder what that's worth.
A lot, I would imagine.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, because they didn't sign them, did they? They didn't think they were worth it.
No, they passed on them, didn't they?
Big mistake.
Well, apparently so. They went on to make 1 or 2 decent tracks, didn't they? Oh, they didn't do bad out of it, put it that way.
No, they're still not doing bad out of it.
And I've also got... So,
Well, we got excited there.
Johnny Five, the
Yes.
guitarist from Manson and Motley Crue,
Yeah,
apparently he's a big Kiss fan.
he is.
And he's opening a museum on his own memorabilia of Kiss.
Oh.
And this museum, and it's going to last from 1973 to 1983 memorabilia stuff. And it's called the Knights in Satan's Service. And this museum will open in LA, and that's all you, apparently he says, that's all you're getting for now. And it will only run until through the month of May.
LA, May.
You can have 6 people per day, and you get a guided tour by Johnny Five himself, explaining all this, that, and other. You get to see 2,500 items. You also get to see Gene Simmons as Boots that he wore in 1976.
There's a boots.
His
Cigarette buds.
his outfit.
There's a left and there's a right.
His outfit that he wore in 1974.
Is that meant to rhyme?
You're not allowed any phones or cameras. But you will be picked up at a location given to you when you buy your ticket.
A secret
And
destination.
It's a secret destination. So you will be picked up when you get your ticket.
I'm guessing it's his house.
Yeah, well,
It's a
People
history.
know where John Five lives.
don't know. So you get a pickup point, you get driven to the museum, and then after the tour, you get driven back to where you got picked up.
Yeah.
But there's no prize yet.
No prize.
No prize. No prize.
Oh, prize.
How much ticket it is?
What would you
right.
pay for that?
Nothing.
Not a lot.
No, not a lot. Sounds like a Del Boy thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I mean-
well, the museum's his basement in
Yeah.
his house because they all know where he
could be.
lives.
Weird.
Will you stop doing that? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I like John Five. He's a great player. He's a big Kiss fan. We all know he's a big Kiss fan. Do we all like Kiss? Do we want to see Gene Simmons' boots?
No.
No, we don't.
Hmm.
Apparently, we're retiring. That's the end of us. We've all done. We've all gone.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, no, no.
Well,
They're going to do one-off shows.
Well,
Yeah.
they're always going to do.
A bit like doing a bit of an Elton.
Yeah.
We're not touring,
Yeah.
but we're going to do one-off shows.
So I've got a rant.
Oh, and that
I've-
wasn't
No, this is a
a
rant.
proper
This,
rant.
this annoyed me. This when I was reading this article. Now, there's some things in this article that I'm not 100% sure that I understand, but you will.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What colour is it?
So the rant is it's a 2-part rant,
Oof.
and the first part
Double
is
trouble.
against Metallica.
Okay.
The second part is
Don't he get
against
annoying him though?
Apple
I'm a-
Music
Apple Music, right?
or Apple as a company.
Right.
So Metallica have announced a immersive concert, right?
Have they?
And it will be free.
Disgusting.
But it was filmed on September 2024, and it was the last gig of the M72 World Tour in
Oh, is that the one
Mexico
where they
City.
did in the round?
Right.
Right. So you can only get it. The video will be in Apple Vision Immersive Pro only.
Goggles, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
A headset, Johnny.
Mhm. Virtual reality headsets, Apple's.
Right. And
I
the
know it's coming
audio, excuse me, the audio will only be in Apple Vision Pro headset.
Yep.
Okay.
So you have to wear the headset to experience it. There's no audio, there's no
Right.
video without it.
So you have to buy the
Yep.
Yeah.
jobby. Right.
The jobby.
The jobby.
The jobby. So Apple recorded this concert
Right.
in, we'll call it AIV, which is Apple Vision invention, right? So there were 14 cameras involved. There were static cameras, there were cable and suspender cameras, and the remote control cameras. So obviously Metallica has signed some type of a contract with Apple. I don't believe for 1 minute that Metallica's let Apple film it for no.
No,
Absolutely not.
of course not.
So to me, Metallica aren't doing a free concert.
Well, they are to the consumer, they are.
And I don't believe for 1 minute that Apple is going to let you watch or hear it for free.
They
Well,
are.
they're not in the sense that you're going to have to
Well,
buy the equipment to do it.
so the only way that you can listen and watch this
Mhm.
is buying one of these Apple Vision Immersive Pro headset
Yep.
/ all,
Which are about £3,000.
which in UK are £3,500.
Yep.
In USA, that's equivalent to $4,510.
Yep.
And in euros, it's €4,193.
Okay.
Do we have the price in yen?
In yen, it's 37 camels.
In yen.
Right. So,
You know this currency, this boy.
so what I want to know is, where in the hell is it free?
Right. Okay. I understand your frustration. And I think what this is the equivalent to a catwalk, right? So couture fashion, what that is like, it's outlandish, it's very expensive, and then it filters down to the high street and it becomes nothing like what you originally saw. But the big influences from it.
Right.
What this is a showpiece. There are people that have bought these headsets, and it may be that Apple will have an event where people will just be able to wear these. But what they're trying to do is promote the experience that you can have with these. Now, Apple have produced this headset, which is very expensive, and it's their first creation of this. It's their first ideation or whatever it is of this. It's always going to be expensive. The next ones will be cheaper. Like
imagine the flat screen when it first came out.
Yeah.
Right.
64 inch.
Yeah.
You can give them away now.
So Meta, Facebook, did some versions before, and that was really expensive. It's coming down more and more in price. I think what they're doing are just showcasing the things that you could do with the virtual reality headsets and the cameras. A lot of the technology is in the cameras and the audio. And it's like we spoke about, imagine putting the thing on or whatever on a TV and going to a gig, virtual reality gig. And what they're doing is showcasing that as a piece of technology.
Right.
Because the showcase...
Yeah, but you have to have that headset. But you can use that headset for other things. It's like buying a computer.
Well, what else can you do?
Other thing, you can do all sorts of this. Well, you can mirror your laptop screen. You can have numerous screens. You can have a big cinema screen. There's a lot.
And there'll be...
I just think it's a piss take.
And they'll be saying,
I think
you've got
it's
the equipment. You can now use this equipment to watch Neil Young's concert in Glastonbury. You can do this and this.
But they're not going to give you stuff like that for free.
They're not giving it you for free. You're buying it for $3,500.
Precisely. So where's this free concert coming to it?
If you do buy it, though,
you can watch the concert on their equipment.
But Metallica have announced that it's a free concert. Well, it's not.
It technically is.
It is a free
on this
concert.
platform, but you can only watch it using the Apple.
Which is $3,500 worth of headset. So it's not free.
But if you've already got the headset, then it's free, isn't it?
No, because you've got to buy a headset anyway.
But a concert isn't free on the television. If
Or
you
you
don't
can go
have a
to
television.
YouTube and see loads of clips
No, it's not.
that
Because you can't watch it.
If there's a free concert on TV, it's not free if you don't have a TV.
Well, it's not.
You have to buy a TV.
Yeah, there's no free.
Same thing.
I just think Metallica...
Got him there.
Yeah.
I think...
Won't admit it.
I think Metallica has ripped off their fans.
Yeah.
And I think Apple are taking piss.
I think that Metallica
Charging
are taking
somebody
advantage.
$3,500 for a set of bleeding headphones.
Metallica wanting to get ahead of the game on the next generation of equipment.
They're being technologically savvy. I think they know this is where it's going to go.
It probably is, but I just think the tech...
We've talked about watching a concert at home.
I'm not having that.
No.
No, I ain't got it.
We've talked about watching a concert at home.
Yeah.
This is the first step towards it.
I know, but for $3,500.
And it's immersive. It's an immersive because you'll be walking around back at drum kit. You'll be walking outside of Kirkhammer and things like that.
I get all that, but all these avid Metallica fans
gets right on my tits, might I tell you?
That's followed Metallica.
He's a surfer dude.
Oh, it took him in.
He's a surfer dude.
They've been with Metallica all these years and years, a working class bloke. How does he expect a working class man with a family to afford a $3,500 headset to watch an hour and a half concert? Bollocks. It's a piss take on both accounts, Metallica and Apple. I think you ought to...
I get your point. I get your point, Wayne. I get your grievance on that one.
You need to give your both of you need to slap yourself in the face and rethink
I think this is...
Because I think it's absolutely disgusting.
It's just
a piss take.
It's not. I know. I can understand where you're not.
There will be people that will buy it. There'll be a lot of people that will buy it. They'll buy the equipment.
There'll be a lot of people that want to buy it that can't afford it.
They'll not buy it then.
But they might be big fans of Metallica. They might have been to see Metallica more times than Mr. Moneybags over there that's bought it.
But isn't that better that you've seen them face to face rather than seeing them through a headset?
Yeah, but they might want to watch this experience.
This is an example of technology. And they're probably thinking, right, it's an example of technology.
It's both from taking piss.
And they're probably thinking that, okay, the demographic of Metallica, their audiences are probably of a similar age to yourself. And they're probably thinking, okay, maybe they... not very good at standing anymore. And
I've been off Metallica since I read that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I think it's an absolute piss take.
No, I'd find it progressive. I think I see it as a good thing. I don't see them
Charging normal working man $3.5 grand
No working, man.
for a set of bleeding headphones, I think, is an absolute
It's not
Trev, get back in.
piss take to the fans.
No, I tell you what, this is a start of what is to come, because you're going to get grounds, you're going to get stadiums that are going to do exactly the same thing.
You are.
I want to go to one of those bars that pretend to be a box seat.
Yeah,
Yeah, but put them at a reasonable price.
and I'll tell you the first one.
They could have put them headsets.
Metallica aren't selling the headsets. It's Apple.
I know, but
They've just joined in with them.
Metallica's agreed to do it
Yeah,
Right.
for Apple to sell the headsets.
yeah.
Knowing that there might be $3.5 grand. I just think they've took
They've
piss.
allowed them to film a show which will only be available on their headsets.
And I think that Apple, there's no reason why Apple can't sell them headsets for, say, 200 quid.
What phone have you got?
And give every
What phone have you got?
Samsung.
Oh,
I don't
crap.
have Apple. It's shit.
This is
I
the
don't
start
like
of things
fruits.
to come. The start of things to come.
It might
I'll
be,
I'll make a little
Put them at a decent
I'll make a
price. Put
little
them
bit
at
of a prediction
200
for
quid.
you.
So everybody's got a chance of buying them and watching this concert.
A little
will-
bit of
it
a
will.
prediction for you. Things are going for the top 5% of all music artists. That's where all the money's being churned into. It's being shoveled into them.
Yeah, I get
Not for the middle people, not for the lower grassroots
I get it,
people.
but I don't agree with it.
No, I don't agree with it. And there's steps being taken to try and curb that slightly, or take some money from that to feed the grassroots. But that's not my point. My point is that these Apple things will be more and more and more. And you'll be able to sit at home, like we've sat here and talked about, and watch that gig from Tottenham Hotspur
Not for $3.5 grand, we're in.
No.
football ground. And it'll be people like Tottenham that will be having Apple film in there, and then you can sit at home and watch it in immersive.
But fixed prices down.
Yeah, but
It will come down.
It will come down.
Put them at 200 quid. And
Yeah.
200 quid. Who's building it for 200 quid? You can't buy a phone for 200 quid.
They'll sell more. They'll sell the double amount at 200 quid than what they will do at 3.5 grand.
Yeah, but now
When has that ever happened?
they want to test the market to see how many
Always.
people are going
No.
to do it at 3.5 grand. Don't forget, it's a computer. It's not just a headset. Anyway.
Well, I don't know what it is.
It's
So,
Anyway.
so it's like a VR thing.
and that's where it's going. That's where it's going.
just think
The
it's-
balls are out. Wheels out. The wheels
Anyway.
out. I get your point, Wayne, but that's the way
I'm
it's
still
going.
right. I think both of them have took piss out of the fans, and Apple's took piss.
You're never going to speak to Metallica again.
Well, I feel that way in a minute
Right.
because I didn't think they were like that. But obviously, they are.
Whoa. When they started streaming the music, the
The
people
ball,
caught.
excuse me, the wheel is in motion.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No talking when the balls are moving.
Right, we've got a ball. Look at me. It's number three. Oh, this guy. Right. I'm not sure. I feel like we've had this, but what's your guilty pleasure song you'd never admit to liking?
I'm not telling you.
Oh,
I feel like we've touched on this.
It wouldn't be a guilty pleasure, would it?
If I
Guilty-
tell you,
what's-
I can't tell you.
Your guilty pleasure song that you'd never admit to. Well, I see what you're doing there. It's very
Yeah.
clever.
I'll tell you mine.
Go on then.
Say Goodbye to Love by the Carpenters.
Okay.
It's got a great guitar solo in it.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't think I've got one.
If I'd have gone to school and said, "What you been listening to us?" Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, oh, Carpenters, oh, beat him up quick.
Cliff Richard, Wired for Sound.
Yep,
I think it's great.
beat him up quick.
I like. It's so bad. It's gone full circle on itself.
Yeah, it's become.
I like
chic.
tall speakers.
Become chic.
I like
hasn't
small speakers.
I think it's because of the type of music that I listen to now and I've done for many years. I think I'd have to go back to my younger days and I'd probably say the difference between what I do now and what I do then would be beautiful self stuff.
Oh, that's your guilty pleasure now. You feel almost like you can't tell anybody that you're actually listening to it.
Well, no, I think I've turned the circle that much.
Full
The-
circle.
Yeah, that I wouldn't particularly
Advertise the fact that you're
Wait.
listening.
beautiful self stuff unless I were like, I don't know, like say I'm out walking dog and I just think, oh, let's put on some.
Nobody can hear me out here.
I'll put beautiful self and I had them for ages. but I wouldn't normally play it because people expect me to play what people know that I listen to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you become a caricature.
Yeah.
And besides,
They
you
don't-
only like
they
Beautiful
don't-
South because they use the word breast.
Do they?
There's a song called.
But apart from that, I can't really think of. I don't think I've got a guilty pleasure.
There's a song from a film called Mindhorn, and it's a comedy film, and it's filmed on the Isle of Man. And part of the promo for it was that they made a song up because this character was an action detective on the Isle of Man, and it was in the 80s. And this character had a bit of he broke off from this detective program and he had a music career. So the part of the film is that they made a promo music. So they made a song because it was one of the members of Mighty Boosh, a guy called Julian, and they made this song, which is an 80s song. And he even had a guy mimicking the guy with the curly hair who was in like Stevie Nicks songs and
all right,
Expensive Wine Houses in there. And the song's called "You Can't Handcuff the Wind." It's unbelievable. It ticks all the 80s boxes.
Yeah.
It's got like stonewashed jeans with a shirt tucked in, and he's swinging his microphone around.
Was that not good anymore?
It's terrible, and there's like a window with raindrops on it and a Venetian blind in the video. It's so bad.
It's
good. Great. Stacey, my partner, hates it, but I love it so much. I listen to it
because it's so cliche,
like it's a real song.
Yeah,
a bit like how John Mayer did that Sob Rock.
Yep,
it's that. It was way before John Mayer.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna put it as a link.
Yeah, there's quite a few actually. My first one is the Carpenters one because I've always liked the guitar solo on there. But
I'm trying to think now, but I still can't think.
I'll say goodbye to love. Anyway, there's that one. But I've got a soft spot for Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Okay.
I think he's a really good lyricist.
Gilbert O'Sullivan?
Yeah. And climbing to the top, I'll throw myself off in an effort to make clear to you. That one.
Yeah.
I quite like him.
Nice.
Them early stuff, yeah.
All right. Shall I have another spin?
Yeah.
Spin the ball.
While you're spinning that, can I just say that going on to the Stevie Nicks thing?
Yeah.
That Lindsey Buckingham's gone back into the studio.
He's there?
I know. It's up there, isn't it? It's really bloody. He looks like somebody that's into like Asian aliens.
Yeah. Well, Lindsey Buckingham's back into the studio with Mick Fleetwood on his new album.
Really?
Playing guitar and vocals.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Which is, I think, if I remember hearing it correctly, is the first time in 20 years.
What, them two have been back in?
Yeah, 25 years.
You might be right. Yeah.
I think it said 20.
They got back together
25
without him.
Year.
They got back together without him. They had Neil Finn singing, but that weren't 20 years ago. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
25 years is 2000.
Buckingham and Fleetwood are back in studio on Mick Fleetwood's new solo album.
Yeah, but she'll not be there, will she? Christine?
No, she passed away, didn't she? At Vive.
Why did that feel like a dig? It sounded like one. She'll not be there, though, will she? Yeah, she's not there. Wrong way around.
Wrong way. It's released the ball.
Oh, here we go. Hey, up, two's dropped out.
Look no more.
Not anymore.
Look no more.
Number 4.
44.
Oh, okay. We're doing a lot of crossing out today.
Yeah, got a lot of stuff.
Oof. Go through your notes quick.
We've got 3 off.
Okay.
All right.
What genre of music?
What's baby? Oh, baby.
They're trying to do an Elvis impression, but Clubland. What's a genre of music you wish you could understand or enjoy more?
Oof.
Rap. Okay.
Rap. I think rap is a bit of a mystery to me because they have a lot of references within that. As we pointed out on
It's a lot of shit.
some of my rap lyrics. There's obviously something going on there that we don't understand. And it's usually to do with going to the toilet. So I don't know. I think that would be it, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm that interested in wanting to know how it works, but yeah. I'd like,
I know.
if it were good enough excuse not to take Mickey out of them, I would like to know how it works.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I would say classical music. Not necessarily, I don't know how it works, although a lot of it does baffle me. Like, I mean, it's, the swell of the orchestra and stuff, but, there's a lot of like pompous behind it. But I feel like there's a whole ocean of like artists that I'm just not aware of, especially within the classical music world. Like, there's just, I don't even put my toe in it.
I never get the conductor.
No, exactly. So this is what I mean. Yeah, this is.
You're telling me that if he wasn't there, them musicians wouldn't know how to fucking play a piece of music? What? No.
Well, he's like a silent drummer, isn't he? He's keeping time.
The professional musicians, these. Yeah, what's all that about?
I thought he was trying to ask a question. Oh, right.
These are professional musicians. If they can't keep their own bleeding this
is what I'm talking about, because they are lead credited within the thing. So it'll be Wayne's C minor.
If you watch a conductor,
Rumpelstiltskin,
that's the one. That sounds fancy.
Stiltskin actually a good band. Ray Wilson sang for him. Anyway, if you watch his conductor, he's before he does that.
Before the musician plays,
he's keeping that pulse. He's keeping that count.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know what he does. Well, and he'll point to them, and then they come in.
But they should know when they come in. They've been rehearsing for fucking a year and a half. If they don't know now, then they shouldn't be in band.
A year and a half, even.
You know what I mean?
If.
Well.
Anyway.
What would you do then?
Mine is, if I could understand something, I'm going to go pop.
Pop? What? I'm interested.
I'm going to go pop for the simple reason is there's all these pop artists that are huge throughout the world, and I just don't get them. I just don't get it.
You don't understand what the interest is?
No, I just don't think they're that good. But there must be.
Not that good at doing pop, though.
Is it because you like something a bit more interesting?
Yeah, because I don't like pop music. But you see people like, I don't know, Taylor Swift and when Spice Girls were around.
Country and Western, that's not pop.
And when
she was country and Western.
Oh, she was country pop.
And then you get Beyonce when she started. You get all these pop artists that go absolutely huge. And I think, I just don't see just don't get it.
It must be interesting, or not interesting, because it's the majority of people, but otherwise it wouldn't be pop. But maybe it's a small niche of people where we need a bit more than what we hear.
Yeah.
So we need to embed more depth than really is required. We need to have a backstory. We need to have an album cover. We need to have a concept. We need to have a smart lyric. We need to have an alternative chord. We need to have a genre.
You have to have a bit ballsy, a bit.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, we can't, like...
Yeah.
Like, there's something, it feels like something shameful about just accepting a banger for a banger.
Well, how do we go on about explaining grime then?
Yeah.
It's awkward, that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't get my head around that.
Something to do with a drum or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is a genre that
don't get me wrong.
I don't even want to listen to that.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to denigrate anybody that listens to grime.
No.
But hear me out.
And just in case there's anybody out there that is listening to that does like grime music,
stop it.
Denigrate means put down.
Oh, are you saying the thing?
Have it.
Didn't even look at you. But what I'm saying is, I could probably name a grime artist, give me a stab, 5, right?
Yeah.
But I could not name a classical music artist from the past 200 years. Under, Beethoven and all that sort of stuff.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Well, I can, but that's not.
But do you get my
that's
point?
Not because I'm being clever.
You need to get my point.
Because I have it on my Spotify playlist.
What is wrong with you?
So name me an artist.
Why would you do
Debussy.
that?
And what has he done?
it'll be something like C minor 7th.
Is it a
in
cover?
the key of F?
But is it
and
a-
it'll be something like I've said before. It'll be named the 3rd of the 4th of Rumpelstiltskin's
All right.
Sixth
So
Symphony.
when I say 100 years, I'm talking like
the crap.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You say that.
All these stupid names that come up with.
No. You're saying it's crap because you don't understand it. So you just want to, you want to just going to poo-poo it because
I don't
it's
like-
failure to grasp it.
I don't like the names.
Wait. By the way, I'm not talking opera.
Neither am I.
Right.
Hair on a G-string.
Hair on a cheese.
Come on. No.
Okay.
Come on. No.
No, it didn't do the hair on a G-string. Debussy did Claire.
Voyance.
Claire.
No, wait a
Claire,
minute. Give me a minute. It
Oh, I'm good.
If he doesn't want to understand it, he'll debunk it as quick as he can.
So the amount of times his table gets flipped over.
Claire
You don't understand.
de la something or other.
Were it in Polish?
No. And it was done 1920s, I think.
But they're not called
don't have
like,
to be that old.
they're not called like
don't have
Claire
to be that old.
7th
You know, if I
Symphony
played it,
of
if I
Roosterveld.
played it, you would know it.
You understand my reference about like I'm talking like contemporary
Yeah.
stuff.
It's not that difficult.
No, I know, but I just feel like there's a well of music that I've just ignored.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. I'm not saying
not purposely.
no. You shouldn't. You shouldn't like dive in and say, right, I'm going to become an aficionado on this because I'm not. I just like certain pieces of music. Aaron G-string actually is Yo-Yo Man. He I think he's a Chinese fellow. He's great on the oboe. Oboe is one of my favorite instruments. So Aaron G-string is a real piece of music.
I thought you were taking piss.
No, and it's great. And if you heard it, you would know it. If you heard it, you'd know it.
Hey, Wayne, there's a hair on your G-string.
Yeah, actually, sausage.
Actually, it's a tag nut.
Claire de Lune.
Oh, we've got
It's
one.
called Claire de Lune by Debussy.
Oh, Claire. Oh, I know that.
You know that
I
one.
know that.
Looking for more?
Number 4.
24.
Ooh.
What a force going on.
I got one right.
And if you heard it, you'd know, oh, yeah, I've heard this before, you'd say. So, you know.
Which one-hit wonder do you secretly still love?
Difficult one.
That is an hard one.
I don't remember.
I've got
I'm trying to narrow it down to one-hit wonders now.
I've got to try and remember one it wonders first.
I'm gonna go top of my head. It just come to me. I'm gonna go Bop. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Oh no! You get what you give.
One it wonders.
Neil, America, TFI Friday. You're
Can I
gonna
Google?
get
Can I-
what
can
you
I Google
give.
One It Wonders?
I don't know.
You do know it. You do.
Oh, I do.
You do know it.
It sounds half familiar, what you're saying.
Your friend, as legend has it, introduced it to Chris Evans, and it became a bit of a hit in the UK after being a hit in the America.
Oh, yes, it drove me mad, that song. The
New Radicals. You get what you give.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he packed in after that, didn't he?
Pretty much, yeah. He went to producing.
Yeah.
New Radicals, you get what you give.
Yeah. Thanks, Neil, for that one. Anyway.
I don't know.
It drove me mad, that song.
It's
Everywhere you went,
Yeah.
it was there. And you
I don't know.
couldn't
I can't
avoid
think
it.
of one. I can't think of.
I can't think of a one-hit wonder.
I'm going to go for Brick in the Wall.
What?
Only one-hit wonder.
No, come on. That's a
No.
tenuous link. No,
Well,
you're trying to be
wait.
smart, but it's not.
It
That's not
will-
what, no,
Technically.
no.
Technically.
No one thinks of Pink
No.
Floyd as a one-hit wonder.
No.
Technically.
No,
It was a single.
No.
It was a one-hit wonder.
no.
How can
Don't shake your head at me.
it be a one hit wonder?
Name me another single hit they had.
Well-
Yeah, come on. Cut.
You can't have it. You can't.
I mean, he's got us on technicalities.
Yes, but no.
All right. Thank you. So it's just down to you now, Wayne. One-hit wonder.
I've no idea.
What's the matter, you? Oh,
Hey,
shut up with your face.
Do you know, that's the first thing I thought of when you said the question, but I couldn't remember the name.
I think it's
I
called like
couldn't-
Lou something.
I couldn't remember the name of the song.
Oh, shut up with your face.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Shut up with your face.
Oh, you know,
Right.
so
I'll have that then.
Oh, no, you can't.
I can't.
You can't just have that because
Yep.
you said it.
No, that's what I was
Pick
thinking.
your
of.
own.
Pick your.
That's what I was thinking of. I thought, what's that Italian song now? About slapping you in the face
Nessun
or
Dorma?
something like that. No, I'll have that. I don't know.
That was Puccini, by the way.
What?
A bit more opera for you.
Oh, he's flexing.
Dorma.
He's
A bit
flexing.
more classical for you.
Yeah, it's not working. Next.
Should we have another spin?
Go on, spin it. Spin it, lad. That was an odd in that one.
47.
Yeah.
Another 4.
It's
There's any 4s in
Oh,
there?
you saw it. 47. Yeah, another 4.
Ooh.
Lots of numbers for tomorrow. Based on round 4.
Yeah.
If If you could reboot one band or artist for a new generation, who would it be?
Oh. You know where I'm going with this.
So a bit like how, do you remember how...
If you could bring back.
No. So like Stranger Things rebooted Kate Bush to a younger art, a new
Right.
generation.
Yeah.
Who would you...
Faces.
Okay, The Faces.
Okay.
I don't know Faces, but
The
I know
Faces. Yeah, when they get famous, they abbreviate it, don't you?
Faces.
Yeah. Oh, as we
FA.
know, as we know them.
Yeah, okay. And what song would you choose? Oh, no, you're really pulling on my tag nuts.
Yeah. No. I don't really know.
Paul or Richard?
I think no, because no,
Cindy?
no, earlier.
Oh,
No, because I think it was
Losing You?
no. Oh, great track that, but that weren't one of theirs. Great drum solo from Kenny Rogers there.
Yeah.
Kenny Jones, rather. Kenny Rogers didn't play with He never played for them. No, because I think it was the whole vibe of them.
Gotta pick a
It
song.
just weren't one song. It was a whole feel of it. It was
I'm gonna need a song.
they were a concept. Ooh la la.
Ronnie Wood song.
Yeah.
You song? Yeah.
Or had me a real good time. That sort of sums them up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You don't know that one?
No.
I was glad to come. I'll be glad to go, but I had me a real good time. That is the Faces sort of in one song.
I can't see that catching on though.
No, I can't.
No.
But it's just a personal thing.
Yeah, I know. Wayne?
Why am I always... Why are you...
All right.
You go.
I'll go. Right.
Let me think.
I would go for...
He's got to think of colour.
I'm going to go for something from Sign of the Times. I might go for Starfish and Coffee. Sign of the Times Prince.
Oh, right,
Something
okay.
from there. I used to really like a song called It from Sign of the Times. And I'd say that Prince, Sign of the Times song called It.
Okay.
And when he says it, it's talking about the art of fornication, because that's what Prince was
That's
back in the day.
all he ever did.
And it's quite repetitive and dancey, but it's got the typical drum beat that Prince always plays, quite straight.
So you want a song?
Yeah, I want
that
an
you
artist and I want a song.
song
Yeah.
Right. That you want to reboot via a TV program.
No, not via. It's just like if you could push a song into the populace,
Into the chart.
Into the
Into-
today's generation.
that would trend on.
I'm going to push this song because it's were great and it's worth coming back. This is the song that really needs to relive again.
It can be Michael Jackson, Black or White. Don't have to be an obscure one.
Don't give him in, he'll use it.
No, I've got two at the minute, but
Go on then.
I don't know
Just-
one to pick. I'm going to go with AC/DC's Back in Black.
It's still there. It's still
It was
in
the
the
second
public
most
consciousness.
popular riff.
Yeah, well,
It's
I know.
still. It's
But
not
no,
left.
it's not. It's you don't hear it.
You do.
You do.
You don't.
It's
Where?
every time you're on bloody back
Where?
door.
If
Some bugger's mariachi band.
If it wasn't that, I'd have gone with Zeppelin's Kashmir.
We'll give you that.
Yeah. All right.
Just, it's better than
That
euthanasia, but we'll give you that.
That what tool that auditorium leave them two.
I don't get your first one. Totally lost the plot on that one. Second one, we'll give you that.
Right. So
Not that I'm the judge and jury, but
I got there eventually. I probably just didn't understand the question.
no, you got there eventually. Yeah.
That's what I'd like to fetch back.
Cashmere.
Yeah.
You got a lot of things for it.
Diddle-doon.
Yeah.
Diddle-doon.
Brilliant track. I love it. Absolutely.
Diddle-doon. I'm sorry, I'm just playing.
Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum.
Everyone more?
Oh, there. Oh.
No, here we go.
72.
38.
16.
No, 4.
No, not 4.
16.
Dirty boy.
What?
You want to talk about that one? Dirty boy. 16. What song or album that instantly takes you back to a specific memory?
Oh. Live and Dangerous, Thin Lizzy.
Where does it take you?
It takes me back to my youth.
Specifically?
Sat in my mate's front room playing his... They used to have in his front room, my mate Graham, or Spike as we call him because his name was Naylor. Still is Naylor. They had one of these... They didn't have a sound system like you might imagine. Back in them days, it was like a big wooden piece of furniture. And there was a radio built into it and a record deck. And it was a Wharfdale speakers. It was quite the singing all dancing of the time. And just play that on there. And it was a great album. And it still is a great album.
There was a song called, I think it was a one-hit wonder actually. This would have been good for the previous question. It was called Glorious. And I think it was a Swedish guy. It's Andreas something.
Huh? Glorious.
Pretty much, yeah. But I bought it on a single from like Woolworths, and I think I tried to record it onto a cassette. You know, you could like mix match, and I messed up the recording to the point that I like almost remixed the beginning.
Rius.
You recorded Radio 4.
No, I remixed the beginning so that it repeated itself a little bit, and whenever I hear it now, I always think like it's not quite right because it's not the recording that I made.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it had like a chord that went
glorious.
No. And I just think of that. I think maybe it was like 1996, something like that.
Okay. And what's yours? Well, I've got 2.
AC/DC,
Back in Black.
and
I've got a
Cashmere.
couple actually, but I'll go with 1995, 96, Jagged Little Pill. First time I went to America.
I don't know that song.
Well, that's the thing that takes me back.
There we go.
First time I went to the States. My sister had already moved out there, and I went over to see her for the first time in the States, and we just played Jagged Little Pill all holiday that I was there.
There we go.
I'd go with that one.
It's good song.
Yeah, it's good. It's
One of your
good.
favourites, so you bring it up every chuffing week.
Yeah, it is one of my favourite albums. I do think it's a great album.
Okay. And on that note,
Goodbye.